We're here to discuss the outcome of Thursday's local elections for four of the major parties: Labour, Conservatives, Liberal Democrats and Greens, and Reform UK. The local elections have been hotly contested and everyone across the UK has been eagerly awaiting the results. On a good night for Labour, a substantial red wave with a strong advance registered in both strongly Leave-leaning areas and more moderate traditionally marginal areas is expected. The BBC is projecting a national share above 40% and a 10-point plus over the Conservatives. This would be the best performance since Tony Blair was opposition leader. On the other hand, Labour may find themselves leaking support to the Greens and the Liberal Democrats in Remain areas, and the Conservatives maintaining the votes in Leave areas, leading the BBC projected national share to be a disappointing 36%. The same story goes for the Conservatives. A good night consists of an avoid of an electoral cataclysm with a net loss of 500 or fewer, while a bad night would reveal a BBC projected national share of a dismal 25%. The Liberal Democrats could experience their pre-coalition potency in local elections if the BBC projected national share of 21% comes through, their best since 2010. On the flip side, a projected national share of 17% with a modest net advances of fewer than 50 seats would be a disappointment for the party. The Greens are hoping for a good night with more than 100 seats gained, and strong performances across the board. They're also hoping to be entrenched as the main local opposition in areas such as Solihull and Mid-Suffolk. A bad night for them would mean more seats lost than gained as the party falls back to 2019's results. Reform UK is hoping to see a good night with a strong showing in heavily Leave areas. On the other hand, a bad night would signal a disqualification of them being a pale shadow of the previous Brexit party, UKIP. The outcome of the elections ultimately depends on the polls and public sentiment. Everyone is waiting with bated breath to find out who will come out on top and how it will impact next year's general elections. What will the result foretell?